Okay, for parts C and D, we're looking at the same table from number 2. It says answer the same 2 questions in part B for the other 3 drivers. So we've already done Andre, now we're looking at Mateo. He traveled 456 miles in 8 hours, so his ratio is 456 to 8. So for Mateo's rate, we need to simplify this down to just 1 hour. How many miles did he travel in just 1 hour? So we divide 456, the total, by the amount of hours. So divide by 8. 8 goes into 45 5 times. 40 minus 5, bring down my 6. 8 goes into 56 7 times. So once again, that worked out nice and easy for us. So 57 miles per hour is the rate. Janae's rate, so Janae traveled 300 miles in 6 hours, so it's a ratio, Janae's ratio is 300 to 6. So now to find Janae's rate, we take our total number of miles, divide it up by the 6 hours to figure out how many miles in just 1 hour. So 6 goes into 35 times. 0, 0, 0. All right, 50 miles per hour for Janae's rate. For Grayson's ratio, Grayson traveled 265 miles in 5 hours, so 265 to 5 is the ratio for miles to hours. What is Grayson's rate? So running out of room, I'll do it over here. 265 divided by 5. 5 goes into 26 5 times, minus 25, 1, 15, 3 times. Nice, these ones all worked out evenly, that's awesome. So 53 miles per hour. The letter D says for each driver in parts B and C, so we're gonna be looking back at Andre's as well. Let me include him on this. Just kind of fold it over so I have room. So for each driver in parts B and C, circle the unit rate and put a box around the rate unit. So you guys remember, unit rate is talking about the numerical portion of the rate. So unit rate is the numbers. Okay, circle the unit rate and put a box around the rate unit, which is the words, the 2 items being compared. So miles per hour is the rate unit. What are the 2 labels we are comparing? Is the rate unit. Okay, and our last problem, a publishing company is looking for new employees to type novels that will soon be published. The publishing company wants to find someone who can type at least 45 words per minute. Dominique discovered she can type at a constant rate of 704 words in 16 minutes. Does Dominique type at a fast enough rate to qualify for the job? Explain why or why not. All right, so what do we know so far? We know she can type 704 words in 16 minutes. I need to get it down to just 1 minute. So how many words can she type in just 1 minute? So let's look here. What I'm doing to this number is I'm dividing 16 by 16 in order to get to 1. So I need to do the same thing on this side, 704 divided by the 16 minutes to find out how many in just 1 minute. Okay, so 704 divided by 16. Well, let's see, 16 times 2 is 32. 16 times 4 is 64. So I'm not gonna get any closer than that. 6, bring down the 4. Oh, look at that. 16 goes into 64 4 times. Nice and easy for us on this one too. All right, so it looks like if she can type 704 words in 16 minutes, I divide that up to find out how many in just 1 minute, which is 44 words per minute. But the question says, does she type fast enough rate to qualify for the job? Well, 44 words per minute, that's pretty fast, but they need somebody who can type 45 words per minute. So she's just 1 minute shy. So the answer is no, Dominique.
Hello, Bobcat. I wish it was announced that the speech is here, but it's not yet. Is someone from the third grade PLC please call? Third grade PLC, can someone please call me the problem? Thank you.
No, Dominique would need to type 45 words per minute. But she only types 44 words per minute. So she is not fast enough to qualify for this job. Okay, in our lesson summary, so a ratio of two quantities, such as 5 miles per 2 hours, can be written as another quantity called a rate. The numerical part of the rate, so whatever the number is, once you get to it down to its lowest possible form. So for example, 5 miles in 2 hours would be 2.5 miles in 1 hour. So whatever the numerical portion is, that is the unit rate. Okay, and then the rate unit is whatever the words are of the units being compared. So this means that in 1 hour, the car travels 2.5 miles. The unit for the rate is miles to hour, which is read miles per hour, and that we call the rate unit. All right, you guys, awesome job. On your problem set, you're gonna be looking at some ratio relationships, such as $2.99 for 2 pounds of strawberries, $3.99 for 3 pounds of strawberries. And when you want to find the unit price of strawberries, that means that you need to get it down to figure out how many for just 1 pound. Okay, so I wish it was just $3 and $4, but that would just be too easy. But it says, if necessary, round to the nearest penny. So you don't need more than 2 decimal places. If you are prompted to do more than 2, just round it to the nearest hundredths place. And then it asks you to do some reasoning here. And then the same thing for number 2. It's asking you, we know how much a 5-pound bag costs. We know how much a 7-pound bag costs. Well, in order to compare those two, we want to get them down to the unit rates. So we need to figure out how much for just 1 pound at both different stores. Okay, you guys, if you have any questions about the problem set, please hop on Zoom so your teacher can help you out. Awesome job.